Though fighting's exciting, discover discussion, swap guns for tongue, and charm for concussion, envelop your foes in one massive kiss, and come to the Saturday Night Armistice.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Now stop. Welcome to the Saturday Night Armistice. It's a sort of pets win prizes during a cull. And fudging hell, what a pimping good show we've got for you tonight. I'll technically be presenting it, though if another presenter is chosen by the end of the programme, he'll have my full support. To celebrate the end of the Rugby World Cup, we're broadcasting live to Ellis Stadium in South Africa, where 60,000 people have stayed on to watch the show. Hello there. Hello, the new South Africa. Marvellous. I'll be singing songs to some of them later. And we'll also be having a good poke round some of the week's more interesting giblets. Giblets like John Major. And there was a surprising reaction from the press to his resignation statement.
That is why I'm no longer prepared to tolerate the present situation. In short, it is time to put up or shut up. I have nothing more to say this afternoon. Thank you very much.
It was really nice of him to allow us to do that. Elsewhere, Britain went rugby mad while poisonous scrums were washed up on Britain's beaches. In Dorset, one scrum accidentally overturned and was left abandoned in a playing field to die. Despite efforts to try and right itself, the scrum eventually had to be dissolved with salt and hot water. Meanwhile, Gerry Adams met Nelson Mandela. Now, this is part of the rehabilitation of the hairy Irishman, which started last year when he was chosen to be the new Doctor Who and to switch on the Oxford Street Christmas lights. Ironically, just outside Harrods. Sinn Féin also revealed their lighter side this week when they launched this, the IRA joke book, which includes such classics as My Dog's Got No Nose, then How Does It Sniff Out Explosives, That's Exactly Why It's Now Got No Nose, and Knock Knock, Who's There? The IRA, We've Come For Your Father. And finally, BBC Two bid farewell to The Late Show, its nightly arts dump. This morning, the familiar wolf which opened each show was put to sleep with 2 clubs. Though one programme, The Late Review, is to carry on in a more commercial form as Mark Lawson's Mighty Morphin Late Review Power Critics.
And our first team of 1995 is our first team. Tom Paulin, Alison Pearson, and the Daily Telegraph's Tony Parsons. The Late Review critics are still together. Good evening.
I think it's a very good novel. I think it's the catching the eye of senile dementia.
This is again a novel which is an insult to the day, an insult to history.
What really annoys people is that the rubber shark has come over from New York.
Oh dear, Dad, is what you're doing really a fine
We're just doodling.
It's a 2-book deal. It's a 2-book deal.
From all of us, good night.
The world is very lucky to have you, and so am I.
Look at that, the IRA joke book. 1,000 explosive corkers. Marvellous. Joining me on the Saturday Night Armistice tonight are David Schneider and Peter Bainham. 2 men! Actually, one thing I've always wanted to know is what is it like being men?
Yes, it's nice.
It's a challenge.
Right, yes.
I mean, it's quite physical.
OK, so what does it involve?
Well, there's a lot of shouting.
Yeah. Right. There's a lot of hair involved as well.
Really?
A lot of hair.
Oh, well, that's useful to know. Thanks a lot, men. And also on the show, tonight, 999's Michael Burke is with us, telling us all what to do.
If you'd like to know more about keeping children safe, put unpleasant or even dangerous things in their mouths.
Michael Burke there, the crash victim's friend. Now, the first question for the men now. David, Peter, are you going to put up or shut up?
I'm going to put up.
You're going to put up, right?
Well, I'll shut up then.
Right. OK, well, I'll just speak to Peter then.
Fine, okay.
No, I'll put up as well then.
Okay, we were fortunate to get into the garden while John Major was doing that speech, and afterwards, when all the press were congregating around him, we rummaged through his bins.
And, in that garden, wasn't it?
Sorry?
Very good in that garden. After he walks off to say that statement, he went off into the corner of the garden and just started playing swing ball. Yeah. It's just like a huge swing ball. That's how he kills time.
Anyway, we've got this bin here. What it is full of first drafts of his attempt to come up with a good phrase to end his statement with. There's one here that's quite close. It's put up or sod off. And then he's crossed that out at the end. He's put up or sod up. Never quite made it.
Well, here's another sad attempt. Shut up or shoot up.
Not good, is it?
Trendy one, though.
This is get up, get on up. Get up, get on up. Stay on the scene like a sex machine. It's rubbish.
I have nothing further to say, and then off.
Yes,
very good. But the thing about John Major I've noticed is that he is particularly inadept at picking sort of good phrases. Like at the end of the local elections in May, he sort of scuttled out of number 10 up to the cameras, and he said something strange. He said, "I will always do what the British have always done when their backs are to the wall. I will turn round and start fighting." Now, let's just think about this, right? Right. There's a wall, right? My back is to it. Now if I turn round and start fighting, right? You just get, like, knuckles hanging off and sort of grazed skin and things like that.
That's how we built the Channel Tunnel from our end.
OK, why do you think he resigned then? What was the final thing that sort of pushed him over the edge?
What I heard was that there was a cabinet meeting on Thursday. And it was all very, usual cabinet business. But at the end of the cabinet meeting, he sort of said, right, thank you, gentlemen, that's it. And he looked round and he noticed they all had rucksacks and sleeping bags.
Right.
And he said, where are you going? And they went, nowhere, like that. And it turned out they were all going to Glastonbury. They hadn't invited him. Sod.
And the other thing that people say is that Mrs. Thatcher kept embarrassing him.
She did.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone saw this, but at the last cenotaph, last November, she was standing next to him, and she got out a tissue and licked it, and then wiped his cheek with it. He really hates that. He really...
She's not well, is she? The other thing I noticed is her hair's the same size.
Yes.
But her face is now that big. Tiny little face.
It just hovers there like a halo gone horribly wrong. Horribly wrong, though. Very wrong.
OK, so we'll come back to the whole John Major thing later, because I find it really attractive. But there's something I'm dying to show you from this week's rugby.
Is this to do with Jonah Lomu? Because
close, yeah.
I saw interesting. I videoed the New Zealand game, and if you slow down Jonah Lomu, slow down on the video, you can see that. He's a great athlete, but he is actually driving a small car.
Well, I think Britain has gone hacker mad. Let's look at what our camera spotted earlier today. Now then, fans of callous murder will know that the papers have been campaigning to persuade us that paratrooper Lee Clegg didn't kill a female joyrider by shooting her in the back. Or if he did, it was purely in self-defence, because she was threatening him with her car's exhaust fumes. Now, the papers argue it was unfair for Clegg to be tried under Northern Irish law, which has no jury system, and instead that he's entitled to the much fairer British system of having his sentence decided by readers of the Daily Mail. And a vital piece of evidence often used by the Mail to prove Clegg's innocence is a photo of him smiling, wearing a hat. And even the TV news tried to get our sympathy. Here's how the issue was handled by Peter Sisson's best friend.
They said the law gave them no alternative. The only way of reducing it to manslaughter would be for Parliament to change the law.
But recently, a second campaign for justice has passed out of the supplements, asking us to agitate on behalf of the Brookside 2, even though they're just a couple of actresses paid 3 times a week to look annoyed. And now it looks like Lee Clegg won't be released immediately. To keep all sections of the public happy, Clegg is going to be transferred from his prison cell and spend a month in a soap opera. Castles. The new BBC One series about readers of the Daily Mail looking for things to do. And taking in a paratrooper for a lodger.
Come on. I've never known anyone as clever as Matthew because they're such stupid things.
What's that?
Sorry,
What's
fax.
That? It's a fax. I didn't know we had a fax machine.
We have to have a fax.
We have to have a fax.
We have to have a fax.
Right, why is that?
It's necessary. This is just in case Jonathan Aitken MP accidentally faxes something really embarrassing to us.
Yes. Well, by mistake?
By mistake,
He's not going to do that, though, is he?
It's happened.
Really? What have we got, then?
It's a photocopy of an arse.
Jonathan Aitken has photocopied his arse?
Yes.
And accidentally faxed it to us?
Completely accidentally.
Well, who's it for, then?
It's for Douglas Hood. It says, you can see this at all.
Yeah.
Dear Douglas, here is the arse you requested. Yours, Jonathan Aitken MP.
What does Douglas Hood want with an arse?
He's got a lot of time on his hands now.
I suppose he has. Right. So what, are we going to keep this fax on all through the show?
Leave this on, yeah, just in case Jonathan Aitken accidentally faxes us anything else he doesn't want the world to see again.
Right. Let's see how the Saturday Night Armistice is going down back over in Ellis Stadium, South Africa. Hello? Hello? Children. Aren't they lovely? Ah. Although once they get to about 12, it's as they get obsessed with painting the words "take that" on their cheeks in Biactol. Earlier today, the Saturday Night Armistice went out with one of this week's loudest teen fan clubs and watched them rally round their idol. OK, you're this week's little girls. Who are you here to see? Jeremy! Is that Jeremy Hanley?
Yes!
What, the chairman of the Conservative Party?
Yes!
Now, you big fan?
Yes! We love it.
One at a time. What is it about Jeremy Hanley?
He's awesome!
OK, do you know much about him then? What's his parliamentary majority?
Oh, 3,869!
How old is he?
49!
What's his hobbies?
Chess! Cricket.
Is he married?
Yes! I'm jealous. She just wants money.
Would you make a better one?
I wouldn't take advantage of his money. I'd be really nice to him.
Yeah.
I love him.
What do you think of the way he's restructured the finances of the Conservative Party?
Brilliant.
Do you trust him as an economist?
Yeah. I trust him with my life.
Do you? You would like to be chaired by Jeremy Hanley?
Yes, I would.
Would you? Look, Jeremy Hanley's just run through, right? And he says he will see you.
No, don't shout. We're down in Street today, and we're doing lots of meetings, one after the other. All right, so I've popped out just quickly to say hello. I've just come out from a meeting with the Prime Minister. I've got to go back into the same meeting. So I hope you're having a lovely time. Just calm down, calm down. Now, where are you from? Where are you from? Oh, yes, I'm sure. Good to see you all, anyway. Have a lovely day. And get back to school. Oh. Bye, then.
I'm not sure what the exact constitutional position is at the moment, but I think technically that man is now running the country. I'm not sure. Over now to Michael Burke with more things to do.
If you think someone lying face down in the water may have a spinal injury, don't move the casualty until they're 11 or 12.
Actually, there's one fellow I haven't introduced to you yet, and that's this little chap here. It's Mr. Tony Blair. Hello, Mr. Tony Blair, how are you? Oh, Mr. Tony Blair's got a little resignation phrase for us. Shall we get it? Here it is, here. I like yellow. It's lovely. Marvellous. Play with your hair for a bit. Over now to David with tonight's video races.
We asked people from all over the country to send in videos of them running the 100 yards dash, and they did. And we chose the 3 best entrants to compete here live in the studio. Well, live on recorded format here in the studio. So without further ado, let's see who's in lane number 1, or telly number 1. It's a telly. Here we are.
My name is Susie, and this is my 100-yard video dash.
Good luck, Susie. She can't reply, of course. What about lane 2?
My name is Bert, and this is my 100-yard video dash.
And lane 3?
My name's Rafe Waterstone, and this is my video dash.
All right, Rafe Water, almost got a full CV from Rafe there. OK. Well, gentlemen, if you'd like to join me over here, choose your champions. I'm going to go for Susie, I think.
Right. Which one?
Susie Suarez. OK, here we go then. Everyone, fingers on the remote.
Choose the one you want to follow.
Yes.
Cheers for us. Cheers.
OK, so stand by, on your marks, get set, go!
Come on, Bert! Use the zoom! Use the zoom, you'll get there quicker!
She's recorded a lap of honour. Yes. Cocky cow.
Susie won, and she will win. She will win a unspecified amount of money and this wonderful Saturday Night Armistice hors d'oeuvre tree. And I'll tell you what, seeing as this is our first show, we'll throw in all the hors d'oeuvres for free, all right? Now, if you at home want to take part in video races, just send a video of you doing any sporting event. Could be video shot put, video swimming. Obviously, no video marathons. We just don't think that'll work, really. And next week, we're particularly interested in video hurdles. And don't forget to include a lap of honour in case you win.
Oh, another fax.
Oh,
another fax. Sorry. All right, here it is. And
who is it from?
It's from Jonathan Aiken.
Well, stone me.
Can you believe it? What a coincidence. Dear Saddam.
Yes.
Right.
Good start.
The 400-foot long flick knife can be picked up at Karachi Airport. Yours, Jonathan Aiken, MP. Amazing. And at the bottom he's got on P.S. No word back from Douglas on the arse.
Douglas is taking his time over it then, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, hang on in there, Jonathan. Later on, I'll be interviewing a man who can burp smells. Some of them over 20 years old. But, sorry, what's that, Mr. Tony Blair? You feel a bit sick? But you managed to swallow it. Mr. Tony Blair, you are a biscuit. Anyway, this week, the French announced plans to resume nuclear tests in the South Pacific. But public opposition has now been placated because the tests are to take the form of a spectacular Jean-Michel Jarre concert. The plan is for a giant nuclear Catherine wheel to go off to oxygen, and up to 14,000 Jean-Michel Jarre fans are expected to perish in the blast. And just a quick look at some of the videos you can buy in the shops now. I don't know if you've seen this one. It's And Finally, a selection of all the funny bits from News at 10 with Trevor McDonald. You can get that. And ITN also have plans to follow up with this one, which is Some Viewers May Find the Following Scenes Distressing, with Julia Somerville in the same Postman Pat writing. So look out for those. Not to be outdone, the BBC is fighting back by putting its own newsreaders in quiz shows. Martin Lewis now presents Today's the Day, the nostalgia quiz on BBC Two, though recently he's been applying some of the skills he's picked up from that programme to the 6 o'clock news.
Yes, we're back with a brand new series of Today's the Day. I'm joined now by our economics editor, Peter J. Peter, the last time you appeared on the show, you said you had an ambition to appear as Tinkerbell. No. And joining us now from Westminster is our political editor, Robin Oakley. It's time for our quick-fire round. Who is Orville's ventriloquist minder?
A body of around 5,000 councillors nationally.
Is correct. Now take a look. To which animal group do dolphins belong?
In the kitty.
Correct. And we will, of course, bring you the result of that at around 10:20. Robin, Peter, thanks very much. Moira.
From Martin, from me, good evening.
Good evening.
Actually, just seeing Peter J. ponce around there has just brought back to me just how brilliant it is working in the BBC when a big news story breaks.
Yeah, it was fantastic when the John Major story broke, because we were in Television Centre rehearsing, and suddenly, the whole of Television Centre started revolving, and this huge news tower started coming up, and the controller of news was in this big chair at the top of it. And then, do you remember the siren? It was just going, news, news, news.
The other one, the massive one, that went, news, news.
Robin Oakley to Sector 4. Robin Oakley to Sector 4.
It's like, will all non-news programmes please vacate the building?
Launching the Peter J in 4 seconds. 3, 2...
And there was this brilliant sight, because there was sort of a wire from the news tower to that sort of bit of grass outside Parliament, right? Yes. And there was like Edward Sturton and John Tusa all sort of lining up and being, go, whoosh, right across West London.
What about Michael Burke then? Michael Burke, did you see Michael Burke? Right, I've got to go over here to show you this, right? I was coming into Television Centre, right, the other on Thursday. I just saw Michael Burke stomping up Wood Lane like this. Gets to a barrier, like... straight through a brick wall.
We're all really desperate to bring John Cole back. And John Cole's body lies in a slab in the BBC. And there were these two news guys with these kind of electrical equipment just going... Mrs. Thatcher, the Prime Minister, I'm melting, I'm melting.
That's the only tragic sight.
Yes.
Though, I mean, in amongst all this chaos, I was walking past the tea bar on the ground floor, and Nicholas Witchell just sitting on the floor, pissed. Just sitting there, with a big plastic truck, just going like that.
Yes. Oh, Peter.
Yes.
The miniaturised area.
OK, yes, sorry. Right. Now, I'm now going to show you something moderately astonishing. Have you ever wondered what the famous get up to when they're just twatting on with their daily lives away from the cameras? Well, here, in our special miniature area here, we've got a little computer which is connected to every security camera in Britain. So why don't we abuse that and see what the stars are up to?
Right, so that means we can watch anyone.
Absolutely anybody.
Great.
Pick a celebrity.
Right, celebrity, Jerry Adams.
That celebrity. OK, then.
OK.
Let's have a look. What's he under? Hairy terrorists, I think.
Yes.
Right, Brian Blessed. Right. Got him.
Right.
Right, now this is the bit, right, this is the bit you always see.
Yes.
On the news. Then he goes down the corridor.
Uh-huh.
And he walks into another... But there he goes into the toilet.
Right,
now, we're getting him up on the security camera in the toilet. Right, there he is. There he is. Now, he doesn't know anybody's watching him, right?
OK.
OK? Watch this.
My God!
And off he goes.
What a happy, happy man. Obviously another one.
Yeah, and who do you want?
Michael Portillo.
Michael Portillo. Let's see what Michael Portillo's
Let's see
doing.
what he's up to.
Michael Portillo's.
Yeah?
Just put gits.
Gits. Right.
Right, there he is.
No.
Being
Yeah.
a conservative.
Right,
Yeah. Never was it more important.
He shouldn't press his face up against that glass, should he?
And never have I felt more proud
Right. OK.
to be a conservative.
He's very emotional, isn't he? Now do we transfer to...
Now, we're going to go over to the security camera.
Yeah.
Right. Comes through the door.
Right.
There he is. If he did that on the news, I think he'd give away that he wants to be leader.
Well, thanks, Peter. Right, well, as the Conservative Party stands naked and bulbous, without a leader, chaos, sleaze and anarchy is taking over. So in an effort to crack down on sleaze, indiscipline and scandal, Sir Marcus Fox has allowed the Conservative whips to carry guns. As from midnight Friday, a shoot-to-kill policy has been operating in Westminster against Conservative MPs, and last night I went out to watch it with 6 big whips in the back of a van. Right, we're in luck. We've just started, we've already got a report coming through.
We're on the move. OK, lads, tally-ho!
Right.
The first call-out is to a big fight round the back of the Commons between 2 MPs disagreeing over Douglas Hurd.
I'll get it! She's Labour!
Within 2 hours, the whips spot a pair of MPs copulating in a kiosk all over someone's researcher.
Right, put those cocks away.
In their surveillance area, the whips monitor lobbyists trying to get illicit access to MPs.
That's an MP. That's an MP.
Yeah.
That is a lobbyist for a tractor firm. He's lobbying for changes in the law. What was it? No, I've seen enough now.
Yeah.
OK, boys, terrace bar, toilets, our tractor man, go.
It's now 4 a.m. and the whips smell blood on the walls of Westminster. Right, the big whips have found an MP putting an amendment down in someone else's name. Now, that's against parliamentary procedure, so they may have to kill him with guns and dogs.
Stay where you are. Walk to me with your hands in the air.
Right, go for the legs.
Are you going to kill him?
Yeah, going to kill him.
Guns or dogs?
Guns.
All right.
The Prime Minister accepts your resignation with deep regret. He thanks you for your distinguished service in government and extends his sympathy and support to you at this difficult time in your life.
Each night, the sewers of London clog up as more and more reckless MPs tunnel their way towards jobs in the city. The whips move in and gas them. So you can see they're going to gas them out like some big uppity ferret.
Bring him up.
Right, how did you know someone was down there?
Well, we had a tip-off.
All right, who from?
Peter Lily's sister. She works down the sewers.
Looks like one of the young ones as well. Right, it's dawn. These guys are coming to the end of the shift, and we've just had a tip-off from Malcolm Rifkin's uncle that there's a junior defence minister in there living with an entire secret second family. Now, if they're all in there, we could be in for a massive mauling. This could be quite crude.
These are my researchers!
Get the kids.
Are you his researcher? Oh, yeah, what are you researching?
Defence and spending cuts over the last 5 years.
Right, how much does it cost to maintain Trident per quarter?
£45.
Right, with me. Out!
He's breathing through. I think Sir Marcus is about to be shot. No.
There's a good one.
Right, I don't know. Right, I'll see it.
It's the facts.
Brilliant. Who could that be?
Who could it be? It's Jonathan Aitken.
Yay!
Oh, good old Jonathan. Yeah.
What fact does he not want anyone to know now?
Oh, God, what's this one? Oh, dear John Major, MP.
Yes.
Yes. He says, I got an idea for your resignation statement.
Yes.
This is the one. This is the one. Topol or Bob Todd?
So, Michael Burke, please tell us what to do.
When buying a cycle helmet, always make sure it's got a safety standard mark inside. If the helmet doesn't have one of these 3 labels, the maximum penalty is death. If you think someone's suffering from carbon monoxide poisoning, act quickly. First, break a bone, and then phone for an ambulance. Always replace your helmet if it's damaged in an accident. Even frozen peas will do. If you spot any of these danger signs, escape through a chimney or flue. One mistake could be fatal. So get your appliances inspected by 300,000 children. The simple rule is don't rub it.
War is a cruel cow with an udder the shape of a tank. War is a stupid little boy running around with his chin all covered in guts jam. It's no wonder then that our response to war is to run away shouting, "I'm not going in there, it is a war." Hello, David Owen. But now with Bosnia, the West is promising a new rapid reaction force to take more effective action. The force will have to be flexible and have the trust of all sides. That's why it'll consist of 12,000 UN Irish dancers.
Fully trained for the battlefield, ready for action at a moment's notice, and what's most important, the Serbs, the Bosnians, you and me, everybody just loves them.
Aren't they marvellous? Guaranteed to bring peace to any conflict. Let's have a look at them in a combat situation. Just look at that now. Look, this man is now immobilised. He's now too happy to do war. He can be sent off to the UN supply store where he can be persuaded to exchange his gun for a river dance video.
But the work of these brave jiggers doesn't end here. The power of Irish dancing can now be harnessed to sweep minds in a circular motion.
Now, look at this Irish dancer. Look at this Irish dancer who isn't moving, but in fact she is. She's in reconnaissance mode. A stealth Irish dancer whose jigging is invisible to the naked eye and to radar. That's really lovely.
Oh no, look, we've lost one. One of them's fallen over. Now this is the only problem with these troops. Irish dancing can continue for up to 25 hours after death. This dancer could go off at any moment and so has to be defused.
This is obviously a very dangerous operation, but if I just try it...
Right. Now these bones must now be removed and buried in special fat.
That is the loveliest thing I've ever seen. The sound of Irish dancing now is flushing out snipers from all around the studio. Look, 3 of them have been behind my sofa all throughout the show. And one has come out from the audience. Thank you, sir, for handing in your weapons. We'll leave you now with the sound of Irish dancing. Thanks very much to my 2 male friends, David Schneider and Peter Bainham. Remember, if you're going to Glastonbury this week, there's a free tab of acid in the Radio Times. Just lick Polly Toynbee's face. Good night. Good night.